Okay, concrete does two things. It gets hard and it cracks. Ha 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 ha. Alright, but we'll notice that it's narrow. These cracks, these are typical cracks. And again, you're not going to get crack envy from your neighbors. They're not going to say, I wish I had typical cracks. It's the nature of the product. But at the same time, it gets narrower at the outside perimeter. That's a good thing of the foundation. Alright, is it wider than 1/32 of an inch? No, it's not. More than 1/32 of an inch in more than one location? No, it's not. It's not a quarter. It's none of those other measurements. So the crack size measures, is it in plane? And it is in plane. Okay, so these are typical cracks. Should you monitor them? You should monitor your entire house. This doesn't mean you should forget them. I'm saying that they're typical. So now we've also got right over here, you'll notice we got a little bit of spalling. Alright, that is a deficiency. Okay, this floor surface dried a little too fast, and that's why that stuff starts cracking, busting out, and that should be sealed. And then, yes, just like the rest of your house, this should be monitored. So, and that's the way it works. That's the way it works out here in the West. And we're going on out, and we're taking a tour around the house, and we're kind of seeing what we got. We got a brick house. Yeah, we do. Got a little stone right out here in the front. Our gas is over here. I'm thinking the house faces north. I'll figure that out here in a little bit. We got a different video for all of this, but I'm kind of curious as I get along. I can see the bonding wire for the gas meter right there. We're coming on along. See any of these rain gutters, downspouts? They're supposed to carry the water out 4-6 feet away from the structure. They're not supposed to do this. And see these splashbacks? I don't know why the builders lay them out backwards. See that? I say, oh, the water comes down and please help me. And it's supposed to like hit that and spread out and it distributes it. No, those are backwards. I don't know why everybody gets caught up on that. So we come over here. Speaking of backwards and forwards and stuff, the water discharges too close to the structure. And I come over here. Well, how about that? We got a little bit of slope. I like that. I just got finished telling my client that it was better than most that I see. I mean, that's not nothing to brag about, Well, you can't be going backwards, can you? I guess you can. You can go backwards if you want to. All right. That's level. Okay, this needs to be graded just a little bit more. That's why it's squishy. You can still see the water in here. Look at that. That's going to cause your root system to rot, and then you're going to be left with mud and mosquitoes, West Nile disease. There you are. Okay, so that's level. In fact, I'll just add less than level. Let's see. Got a picture of that, because we're picture takers. I'm going to move on along. This is the electric meter. It's sealed. Good. Got a slip joint on it. Good. Condensing unit is over here. I'm not seeing on the condensing unit though. Oh, there's your disconnect right here. We've got a service receptacle. Okay. Yeah, we're looking good. I'll take a peek in there. I'll take a still image of that while I'm over here. This should not be powered up because I tripped the one on the patio. And it's not. So when I reset it in the garage, then I'll be back out here for that. Okay. Condensing unit is 3.5 tons. It's got the right type of insulation. It's got the right type of Schrader valve caps. Look that up. This is our data plate that tells us it's a 3.5 ton system, and it's a 410A refrigerant. 410A, no longer manufactured in the United States, no longer legally imported in the United States. Yes, they do have a surplus of it. you are going to want to make sure that you have the extended warranty. So you're going to find that paperwork from the builder. Otherwise, you're left with the installer's warranty, not the manufacturer's warranty. And this is a 410A system, which they no longer make the refrigerant anymore. Yes, they do have stockpiles of it. Okay. Yes, it's illegal to install. Okay, so there's no big faux pas there. Just a business decision. It's just a business decision. Okay, coming on along. This is the only crack that I've seen on the foundation perimeter right there. It's the only crack that I've seen. If I see another one, I'll tell you. And some of this conversation I've already shared this with my client. This is your secondary safety pan drain pipe for your air conditioning for the evaporator coil. Maybe more. Are you a heat pump? A lot of these are heat pumps over here. Let's see. I'm looking. I see a high pressure switch. But I'm not seeing a reversing valve. Okay. Just want to know. Then I got the data plate right here, so we'll be looking for the heat pump on that as well. 1-year-old 410A, 3.5 tons. And I'm going to be looking for a 35 amp breaker. That's what we're going to be looking for. Coming on along, still not extending water far enough away. Now these little slots around here where there's this crack, by that crack, these little slots are called weep holes. See, brick is a very good building material. This home could burn down and you could still use the brick to build another house. Okay? Very durable. Maintenance free so long as you don't paint it. And I mean, eventually you might have to do some repointing or something, but it's a very good building system. But good insulator, good building system, durable, porous. Water shoots right through here. Okay, I mean it really does. It just travels right through here. We've got a vapor barrier that I have to just trust you with this. I have to trust the builder on this. I have to trust everybody, but there should be a vapor barrier built around the structure before they install the brick. And then all the water is directed down, or the moisture is directed down. Most of the time that comes out of here, what will come out of here will be vapor. So vapor comes out of here. But those are not a problem. Okay, those are a necessity. Okay, vapor, the weep holes. And then across here, we've got right here is called a control joint. And some people call them expansion joints. Call them what you will. They're kind of like those joints out in the street. Okay, we live in North Texas, okay? We expect some movement. This is inevitable. And so these joints try to control that movement and harness it and allow for some movement so that we don't get zigzag cracks, stair-step cracks. We don't have horizontal cracks. We don't have, cracks. So we're trying to minimize that, aspect of it. We've also got medium asphalt shingles, 35-year roof. Okay. Well, that's what the manufacturer says. It's not what your insurance company says. The insurance company will say after 14 years, they're going to say, you got an old roof, we can't do that much for you. That's what the insurance companies say. Now I just turn the water on here. Come on, bath vent fans. Moving around. I can leave that open. I got to run the lawn sprinkler system here in a minute. Back around, back around. If you look at the roof covering a little bit, and you're walking back and forth and you study it, you're sitting out in your yard having a nice glass of iced tea or something, you're kind of checking it, you'll say, hey, it looks kind of a little wavy right in there. And, I'd like to say that was a deficiency, but it's not. I mean, you can look at any roof around here and it'll have that. So on my report, it gets, unless it's just extreme, it gets baked into as typical deflections. Again, I'm not apologizing for that or getting rid of it. I'm just kind of letting you know. Check the GFCI. That's how I knew the other one wouldn't work. I tripped that one already. Oh, these windows. Okay, these are different than these windows. See, these windows are right next to your soffit, but these windows have brick above them. And so we put these metal lintels in here. And what's happened is we've interrupted the drainage plane behind the brick, so we had to install weep holes, just like we have around the foundation perimeter. Over here, I can see just a hint that it tells me that this is not only a concrete slab foundation, it is also, as I expected, this is not a big revelation, but this is a post-tension slab, post-tension cable, steel cable slab. They make about 3 types of them, 2 or 3 types of them. I don't know which type it is. I wasn't here, for that part of that design process. That was a little bit outside of my wheelhouse, my pay grade, if you will. But post-tension cables are very strong, very durable foundations. Well suited for this geographical location. Cruiser here, rain gutter's too close. Rain gutter's too close. These are soffit vents. I'm going to expect to see soffit vent baffles in the attic. And you would have already seen that video. I left this off because it's part of the water video I'm going to do next. I left that cover off because it's part of the water video I'm going to do next. But I will say this. Where do termites live? In the ground. Oh. What do they eat? Dead wood. Oh. Well, what's wood mulch? It's dead wood on the ground next to your house. Oh, that's called a clue. That's called a clue. Now, I get it. You got wood mulch there, wood mulch there. Everybody's got wood mulch. I get it. You got a termite bait system installed around the house. So I get it. You're done your due diligence. I get all that. But if I were, and I'm not, but if I were doing a wood destroying insect report, then I would say you got wood mulch next to the house that's conducive to wood destroying insects, and that'd be part of that report. Moving on around. Got a little bit of a gap up here. I'm going to be looking at that a little tighter in the flashing. So I'm going to be quiet about that spot for the time being. And maybe it won't be a big ordeal. This grill right here is for the fresh air. This is a tight house. It's built, new construction, tight house. We're building our houses tighter. So you don't get a lot of fresh air. So what happens is that you've got to bring fresh air into your air conditioning system, and it comes through that vent right there. And then that air goes through a heat exchanger or what, and then you don't feel the fresh air, but the house is a safe and healthy house. And I got a kick-out flashing up there, and I got a diverter right here. I got a bunch of caulk right here. I kind of made it. Okay, that's your kick-out flashing. We'll have to look at that a little better. We've already been in the garage, right? Yeah, we have. We were in the garage. Okay.